Good afternoon. We ask that you rise and welcome Dr. Chris Voparel, Professor for the College of Arts and Sciences and Council Administrator of the Snyder Sanctuary, who will offer the invocation.
Most gracious and almighty God, we are so thankful for your welcome presence during this valued tradition, the gathering to bestow degrees celebrating the accomplishments of the Lynn University class of 2026. May this commencement ceremony be a source of inspiration to each graduate as they prepare for a future of service to society through their chosen field of study. May each student, poised to enter the global community, embrace with gratitude all of the people and experiences that supported and prepared them for this auspicious occasion. May each student here today extend appreciation and thanks to administration, faculty, staff, colleagues, family, and friends who collectively assisted in their journey this eagerly awaited and well-determined time. May every challenge faced by each graduate of the class of 26 be a valued and meaningful experience in their memory. Thanks be to God.
Please remain standing for the singing of America the Beautiful, led by Dave Pitts, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, specializing in musical theater. During his 4 years at Lynn, he's shown consistent commitment to the university and its extracurriculars, starring in musicals, running art club and game club, and working in multiple offices. Dave is excited to continue writing music and producing creative projects in New York after graduation. Dave would love to thank God and his family for being there for him, his friends for believing in him, and the community for supporting him. He is honored to join everyone today to sing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of rain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed your grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber with of rain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed your grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Lynn University, Dr. Kevin M. Ross.
Got to collect myself after that. Wow, let's hear it for Dave. Absolutely remarkable. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, staff, trustees, families, friends, and distinguished guests, and welcome to Lynn University's 62nd commencement exercises. Let's hear it for our board chair, Christine Lynn. Her birthday was just a few days ago. You've seen her on campus. You know who she is. Thank you, Christine, for all you do. Let's hear it for Mrs. Lynn. So here we are. Look around. The cameras are rolling. The caps and the gowns and tassels are perfectly adjusted. The smiles are bright, and this whole place is filled with extraordinary, joyous energy. We are all here to celebrate you, your success, and we're just as excited for your future as you are. It's a truly remarkable time for all of you. Today, we honor you for the degrees earned and everything that happened along the way. The friendships and the late nights, the countless memories that have all culminated in this day, right here, your graduation. This degree also represents the growth and effort that it took to get here. I know I speak for many of us when I say that this is one of our favorite events of the year, because we get to see you all reach a goal that you worked so hard to achieve. It's the conclusion of what started with that very first class on your first day, that first semester, and now you're experiencing the joy of your final assignment. You did it. You made it, and we're all so proud of everything that you've accomplished. And while this is the end of a journey, it's the beginning of a world filled with amazing possibilities. We are thrilled for each of you as you walk across this stage today and receive the degree that you worked so hard to earn. Be proud, for this is a significant moment and event in your life. As Lynn students, you've been part of a vibrant, global-oriented campus, which is one of our greatest strengths. This graduating class reflects that global spirit in every way, coming from all corners of the world and building community right here. With over 1,100 graduates, the class of 2026 represents 39 states and 57 countries. Throughout your time at Lynn, you brought us together and nurtured our campus community with several signature annual events, including Celebration of Nations and Founders Day, to Lynn's Giving and the Barbecue Brawl. Not surprisingly, many of those memories involved an awful lot of food. You cheered on our championship fighting Knights as they secured individual and team titles, and this class was part of an historic day on December 14th, 2024, when the men's soccer and women's volleyball teams both won national championships in the same day, within a few hours of one another. It was a remarkable achievement. You were also here to celebrate some big milestones for our campus, including the long-awaited opening of the Snyder Center for Health and Wellness, like 4 years long waiting. The new Banyan Residence Hall, and our newest addition, 2 beautiful new stadiums for softball and for baseball. And while you enjoyed campus life, you worked hard to learn how to navigate coursework and take advantage of your internships, campus jobs, and major projects. So as you look back on your Lynn journey, think about all the challenges that pushed you and the assignments that helped shape you into stronger writers and collaborators and presenters. Through productions like the Lynn Fashion Show, Celebration of the Arts, and so many others, you learned to manage, plan, and pivot in order to bring big ideas to life. You faced setbacks and obstacles, and you fought through them. And then something amazing happened. You kept going. You kept learning. You made adjustments, and you persevered. You didn't quit when things got difficult. You learned about resilience, and you now have the tools to guide you through new challenges and opportunities. From personal and shared victories, you built lifelong memories at Lynn. Through the Citizenship Project to your involvement across campus, you left your imprint here, and Lynn has left an imprint on you as well. Lynn is part of who you are and who you will continue to become. You are graduating with resumes and portfolios ready to impress employers. Some of you will continue your education, pursuing advanced degrees, while others are still figuring out what comes next. And that's okay too, because the answer will present itself. As you move into this next chapter, know one thing: you are ready. You have the skills, the confidence, and the knowledge needed to navigate what lies ahead. We prepared you for success, which often comes with some failures, but that's okay because that's how we learn. And you've had time to hone skills and build resiliency. You are Lynn graduates, and we are confident you are prepared to be change makers in your communities and beyond. And we look forward to welcoming you back as alumni and celebrating your future milestones. As you embark on your next adventures, please remember your Lynn family here. And please keep in touch with us. You are a great source of pride for us, and we look forward to hearing all about your exciting developments. And stay connected with Career and Alumni Connections. Pay it forward Support the next generation of Lynn students, because you never know when you may change the direction of someone else's life. So before you walk across the stage today, I'd like to recognize a few very important groups. First, your families and loved ones. No one has waited more eagerly for this day than they have. We are joined by almost 5,000 friends and family members who supported you every step of your way through the university experience. So families, thank you for everything you did to get us to this day and for the encouragement and belief in your graduates. Graduates, I have an idea you know where they're sitting, so why don't you stand up, look at them, and let's give them the round of applause that they richly deserve. Let's hear it for our families and friends. There is another group we're going to thank that you spend an awful lot of time with, and that is our dedicated Lynn faculty. Our professors challenged you, they supported you, and they believed in you from the very beginning. Please join me in showing them our deep gratitude for your faculty. Graduates, our faculty, administrators, and staff believed in you when you first arrived at Lynn, and we will continue believing you long after this ceremony. You've grown tremendously, and we're incredibly proud of you. Now, a little bit of housekeeping here. I know many are eager to take photos with professors, and you are going to have that opportunity through one final Lynn tradition. Think back for a moment to your very first semester, right before classes began, when you gathered for the Lynn Convocation Ceremony. Maybe you had a friend or two, perhaps you haven't met the friends that you have today just yet. And remember, at the end of that, the professors formed a recessional line, and you all walked out, passing them all, not knowing any of them at the time. You may have not fully have understood the meaning of the moment, and maybe thought it was a little bit awkward. But today, after you move your tassel to the left, and your alma mater plays, your professors and all of us here will once again form that recessional line right in the center aisle, yet at this time, it will mean something very different. Now you know your professors. They're your mentors, your guides, your champions, and your friends who have helped shape your journey. You will walk through as graduates and as proud Lynn alumni, receiving final congratulations, preserving lasting memories, and pausing to say thank you and capture that one last photograph together. This final Lynn tradition beautifully marks how far you've come and the exciting journey that lies ahead. Class of 2026, we celebrate your dedication, your determination, and your transformation. We honor all that you achieved at Lynn and all that is still ahead of you. Congratulations on a job very well done, and may you fully appreciate this moment. Take it in. You earned it, and enjoy this proud and joyful day with family and friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to introduce our platform party. At this time, we ask the platform guests to remain standing after their introduction. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. Chief Marshal, Professor Joe Ingalls. Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs, Michael Petrosky. Donald E. and Helen L. Ross College of Education Dean, Dr. Catherine Weigel. Burton D. Morgan College of Aeronautics Dean, David Cohen. Eugene M. and Christine E. Lee College of Communication and Design Dean, Dr. Cesar Santalo. College of Arts and Sciences Dean, Dr. Gary Villa. Academic Support and Accessibility Dean, Sean Eckstein. Conservatory of Music Interim Dean, Mark Reese. Vice President of Campus Planning and Facilities, Madison Slate. Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Anthony R. Altieri. Chief Strategy and Technology Officer, Dr. Christian G. Bonaforti. Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Katrina Carter-Tellison. General Counsel, David Dudgeon. Chief Marketing Officer, Sherry Weldon. College of Business and Management Dean, Dr. R.T. Good. College of Arts and Sciences Professor and Council Administrator of the Snyder Sanctuary, Dr. Chris Voparel. Board of Trustee Member, Peter Smith. Board of Trustees Chair, Christine E. Lynn. Our President and Board of Trustees Member, Dr. Kevin M. Ross. Our guest speaker, Bruce Himmelstein. Distinguished alumni, Jeff John. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our platform party. The student address will be delivered by class of 2026 graduate Rhiannon Noel. Today, Noel graduates with a Bachelor of Science in International Business Management with a minor in Aviation Management. During her time at Lynn, she became an active student leader, serving as Vice President of the Black Student Union, Vice President of Business Professionals of America, and Secretary of the International Business Club. Noel's contributions to the Black Student Union helped it earn Organization of the Year. She was also recognized individually with Lynn's Spirit Award for her impact on campus. Inspired by global business coursework and international study experiences, Noel became one of Lynn's most well-traveled study abroad students, completing programs in Japan, Ireland, Finland, and Albania. She now looks ahead to a career in international business and aviation. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhiannon Noel.
President Ross, Mrs. Lynn, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, faculty, staff, and fellow graduates. Thank you for being here to celebrate this special occasion. Class of 2026, hey guys. Yeah, we've made it, graduation day. After long nights of studying, attending campus events, cheering on our fellow fighting knights, and attending those early morning 8 a.m. classes, you have all made it to commencement. And for that, I am proud of each and every one of you, and you all deserve a round of applause. Each of our Lynn experiences may look different, but for me, mine took shape when I started saying yes to things, even when I didn't know where it would lead. Like a lot of you, I came to Lynn with a plan, or what I thought was a great plan. My goal was to be a part of the accelerated degree program, major in international business management, minor in data analytics, get a master's in finance, and eventually work as a financial advisor. Along the way, I wanted to get involved in a club or two, be a resident assistant, and study abroad during my junior year. As life would have it, things did not go that way. My story starts with being a local student from Fort Lauderdale. Because I was on campus every day, I often got asked, which residence hall do you live in? But fun fact, even though I spent more time on campus than at home, I was a commuter student all 3 years. During my first year at Lynn, I applied to be a resident assistant, and although I felt the interview went well, that moment did not go as planned. This became a moment that shaped my college career in many ways. First, as a commuter student, I learned quickly how to juggle family responsibilities, like dropping my brothers to school every morning, holding an off-campus job, taking leadership roles, and keeping up with my academics. And as a highly organized type A person, it was tough. But if there's one thing Lynn taught me, it's that when things don't go exactly to plan, redirection can often lead us exactly where we need to be. Because I didn't get that RA job, well, I was able to jump at so many opportunities filled with wonderful learning experiences and great adventures that may not have been possible otherwise. My new plan took shape also in my first year when I met a friend of a friend who was involved in the Black Student Union. In my first few conversations with this person, not only was I joining the organization, but I was also being asked to step into a role on the executive board. I am proud to say that I have stayed on the executive board, and Black Student Union has grown tremendously, which led us to winning the Student Organization of the Year award at the annual Night of Honor last year. This interaction helped me find my closest friends, showed me what kind of leader I could be, and even helped me win the Lynn Spirit Award last year, which will always remain among my best memories at Lynn. If there was a D1 for academics, I'd be a star player year after year. With the same discipline as an elite athlete, focused, relentless, and committed, I showed up daily to excel. To me, learning wasn't just something I had to do, it was my game and my responsibility to give my best effort. But as life would have it, my original plan was redirected again when I was unable to be a part of the accelerated degree program. So what did I do? I cried, as I have been all morning, actually. But after that, I said, okay, what's my next move to still finish within 3 years? What felt like a dead end at the time actually opened up a door that I didn't know I was looking for. Turns out, studying abroad was my ticket to still finish within 3 years. This redirection led me to Japan, again, within my first year. I had never left the United States before, so before heading off to Japan, I decided to test the waters of international travel and went to Canada. This trial run helped me step outside my comfort zone just enough to prepare me for going somewhere new completely by myself. Japan led me to Ireland, then to Finland for my ex-culture internship, and most recently, Albania. Each place taught me something new, not just about the world, but about myself. And then my plan changed again, now voluntarily, to aviation management as my minor. Traveling and working abroad gave me a more open mind, a kinder heart, and a deeper respect for perspectives that were different from my own. I didn't know it at the time, but things I thought were holding me back were actually preparing me for something bigger. I just needed to be open to the opportunities. However, not all of my growth happened overseas. Most of it happened right here at home. Saying yes to opportunities helped me find faculty and staff who inspired me, finish my degree in 3 years, meet people who will be lifelong friends, and using my involvement to be the first person in this graduating class to graduate with all 6 student engagement transcript badges. But most importantly, embracing life's redirections has led me to this very moment of speaking to all of you. The friends that we've made along the way shape who we become, but faculty and staff help us see who we could be. I would like to thank Dr. Campbell and Dr. Sophie Denora for truly listening to me as a person. Thank you for inviting and encouraging me to participate in different leadership opportunities. And to Dr. Balmanes, thank you for helping me figure out my passions and understand what kind of work truly fulfills me. When we look back on our time at Lynn, it won't just be about GPAs or job offers. It'll be about who we became and who helped us along the way. You're the main character of your story, but like Batman, without the Joker, Robin, or Alfred, he wouldn't be who he is, and the story wouldn't be nearly as good. So if I can leave you with one thing, it would be to say yes and full send. Basically, maximize on the opportunities presented to you. Wherever you go next, whether that's starting a job, still looking for a job, like me, going back to school, or returning home, there is so much life ahead of you. The world's not going to change overnight, and we can't all do it by ourselves. But if we take the time to make impact in our areas of the world, eventually we'll all get somewhere. Wherever your corner of the universe is, I hope you stay true to yourself and the connections that you formed along the way. And finally, before I end, I wanted to give a special shout out to my younger brother, Jur, who will be heading off to college this summer. So to Jur and to all of you, this year's graduating class, I hope you will be authentically there for each other and continue to help each other's stories move forward. I hope that I inspired you to say yes to things and not be afraid when life doesn't go to plan. Again, congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my pleasure to once again introduce Dr. Kevin M. Ross, the president of Lynn University, who will offer some remarks and introduce this year's commencement speaker.
Today is my honor to present Bruce J. Himmelstein as your commencement speaker. At Lynn, we've known Bruce for several years, and we're proud to call him a good friend and trusted advisor to the university for over a decade. An award-winning veteran of the hospitality industry, Bruce is a recognized authority on innovative brand marketing, customer service, and change management. His approach focuses on what matters most in business and lifestyle brands, which is keeping the valuable element at that core, the human connection. That's his superpower. And he's defined it through an extraordinary 30-year career. And throughout that journey, Bruce has led and helped transform some of the most respected brands in the world, like the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, where he served as the chief marketing officer, and Lowe's Hotels, where he guided each through significant change while remaining deeply connected to what matters most to consumers. Bruce's influence and insight have earned him many honors and wide recognition. He's been named one of the top 25 most extraordinary minds in sales and marketing by the Hospitality Sales and Marketing Association International, and was prominently featured in the New York Times bestseller, The New Gold Standard. He was inducted into the American Marketing Association Hall of Fame and he serves on several prominent industry boards, including the Luxury Institute Advisory Board, and he holds a Bachelor of Arts in Communication from the State University of New York at Geneseo, where he also received an honorary doctorate in 2024. For Lynn, Bruce is far more than just a distinguished speaker. He understands who we are, and he deeply believes in our mission as a university that values meaningful conversations and fosters innovation and promotes real-world learning. As a strategic advisor to Lynn, he helps guide our long-term plans and captures our vision for our students. And through programs like the Leadership Speaker Series, which he started here, he opens his network directly to our students who have been able to listen and learn from top industry professionals, including the president of JetBlue Travel Products, the vice president for University of Orlando Resorts, the global finance officer for Marriott International, and the CEO of Clifton Larson Allen. And we've received some high praise from our students, who we hear describe Bruce as a pretty cool guy. Class of 2026, you're about to hear from someone who's had a remarkable journey himself and helped shape organizations and leaders across the globe. Please join me in welcoming our commencement keynote speaker, Bruce J. Himmelstein.
Thank you. Thank you, President Ross. Great introduction. And also, thank you, Board Chair Christine Lynn. I want to thank the cabinet members. I want to recognize the deans, board member Peter Smith, distinguished alumni recipient Jeff John, my new best friend, and the rest of the Lynn family for this incredible honor. Also, one more round of applause for Rhiannon, who just blew my mind. I don't know where you are, but that was incredible. And I can't believe that I have to follow you. That was amazing. Where are the mothers and the fathers of the graduates? Could you just give yourselves a round of applause, please? I think I owe you an apology. If your son or daughter came home and said to you, hey, I think I heard for the commencement speaker, they got Bruce Springsteen. To be fair, Dr. Ross did reach out to Bruce Springsteen's people and asked if he could be available to speak today. He said no. But then he said, well, then let's find a Bruce blank blank Steen. Thank you. You know, when I look out at the students, the graduates, for me it was like yesterday, honestly, and it doesn't seem like it, but I was sitting where you are, in my cap and gown, with my family behind me, ready to hear my name and walk across the stage for my diploma. And as Dr. Ross said, I graduated from the State University of New York at Geneseo, upstate New York, and I had a bachelor's degree in communication. And my focus, my vision, my passion was to break into broadcasting. I was going into radio and I was going into television. As a matter of fact, me and my buddies from the communication program, we did our own radio and TV show, and I was hooked. I said, this is what I'm going to do. And we had a massive audience. It was all the people sitting home on a Friday night in their dorms. Great audience. But after I graduated, I spent the next 6 months interviewing for jobs in New York City, all over the Northeast. Nothing. You see, I thought they'd be waiting for me. They weren't. So to earn money, I applied to this small hotel in upstate New York, where I lived, and applied to be a bellman. And it was a kind of a colonial themed hotel, the Americana. And so I had to wear like a vest and a puffy scarf and like buckles on my shoes. Great look. It's a great look when all your friends come by and say, how's it going? So here I was, holding a bachelor's degree in communications and carrying guest luggage to their rooms for tips. It was humbling, but it was also my first pivot, because something accidental happened to me. I fell in love with the hospitality business. Hadn't planned on it, didn't go to school for it, knew nothing about it, but I fell in love with it by just doing that job. And so I spent the next 30 years building my career and my brand, the Bruce Himmelstein brand. You know, my dad spent 42 years with the same company. I spent 30 years with the same company. That's kind of over. That generational career path where you start and you end one place, it's done. And I think the chances are you're not going to do that. So you have to get really good at pivoting. It's going to be critical for you. It's knowing when and it's knowing how. And chances are you're going to have several different roles in your journey and your career. Pivoting. You know, I went from a bellman to the chief marketing officer of a multi-billion-dollar global brand called the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company because I pivoted. I developed my brand. Now it's your turn. As of today, you're a brand, every one of you. And everything you do and everything you say adds or detracts from the equity of your brand. Stay credible. Be aware of everything you do and everything you put out there, because it's forever. And get really good at networking. I mean, you heard it from Rhiannon, you heard it from Dr. Ross. It's a skill set. Some people are really, really good at it. Join groups or associations that provide you an environment to network. And develop two skills that, quite frankly, are a lost art: eye contact and listening skills. If you're talking to someone, don't look over their shoulder preparing for your next conversation. Stay engaged. Stay in the moment. You know, I was invited back to my alma mater a few years ago, SUNY Geneseo, that was mentioned. I was asked to give a speech at commencement, and I was also honored and recognized with an honorary doctorate degree. Look up the word surreal. That's what that day was. That's what this day is. Bellman, doctorate degree. What? What just happened? And my family, funny enough, they said, "So do we have to now start calling you doctor?" And I said, "Yes." No. But after my remarks, I had a line of students that waited in line to talk to me, which blew my mind. And they waited to have a picture, have a selfie. We did a lot of this, we did a lot of that. But there was one young lady that when it was her turn to chat with me, she didn't hold up a phone. She held out a business card, and she handed me a business card. And all it had on it was her name and her email address. And she asked, "May I stay in contact with you?" Of course. What was she doing? She was developing her brand. Out of the several hundred students I was fortunate enough to interact with, guess which one I remembered? She created shelf space in my mind. And she went on to do some pretty exciting things. Soon, if not already, you're going to be interviewing for your first role, whatever that may be, wherever that passion and interest take you. Just remember, there's going to be a lot of people interviewing you, and there'll be teams of people assessing you, and there'll be a lot of different people within the organization, human resources, marketing, whatever your interest is, that will be interviewing you. But just remember, after you leave the interview and they debrief on you, they're only going to be asking themselves two questions. Are you a fit? And can you add value to our organization? You know, one of my more exciting pivots brought me here to Lynn University, and getting to know then colleagues, now friends, Dr. Ross, Dr. Chris Bonaforte, Dr. Katrina Carter-Tellison, and they've become good friends. And I asked them, when we started working together, I said, look, could I reach out to a few of my friends and ask them to campus, and perhaps we can get them in a room together in a class, or at some point it was the Wold Center because the demand was pretty good, and have them just do an informal chat with the students. Maybe some of you participated in that. And that was the start of the Lynn University CEO Speaker Series, right? And the guests that have participated here only came here for one reason: because I developed my network. And when I called, they went, yeah, sure, where is it? Oh yeah, Lynn. Oh yeah, I've heard of Lynn. Yeah, let's do that. And we have more coming. And these CEOs and these incredible leaders within their own areas are here because of the networking skills I developed throughout my career. Get really good at it. It'll serve you well. And remember, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Keep learning. Just a few final comments. Embrace your family. We've heard from them a couple times already today. They're going to be with you throughout your pivots. My success would have not happened at all had it not been for my family and friends. Several are here today. And I'm going to leave it just with a final thought. Take your work seriously, not yourself. Lynn graduates, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my pleasure to once again introduce Dr. Kevin M. Ross, the president of Lynn University, who will now present the Gregory J. Malfitano Distinguished Alumni Award.
Good afternoon once again. The last time you'll hear from me till you move your tassels. The Gregory J. Malfitano Distinguished Alumni Award honors graduates who embody the very best of Lynn University, including achieving success in their chosen fields, fostering meaningful connections with their alma mater, and using their talents to make positive and lasting impacts both locally and globally. This award is named after a past recipient, Gregory J. Malfitano, Greg, who for more than 50 years helped shape and enrich the Lynn University and Boca Raton community, leaving an indelible imprint on our institution through his stewardship and commitment. Greg doesn't sit up here with us anymore. He's in a very comfortable chair right back there. So let's hear it for Greg Malfitano. Today is an honor to present this award to Jeff John, class of 2000. Jeff grew up in a suburb outside of Chicago, and he wasn't really sure if a university education was in his future until he toured Lynn while on vacation with his family. And from that moment on, Lynn became a part of Jeff's story, and he's been a part of ours. He earned both his bachelor's degree and MBA in business administration while fully embracing the experiences that define a Lynn education, including studying abroad and forming lasting friendship with classmates and faculty that continue to guide him today. After graduation, Jeff applied what he learned at Lynn to his passions and launched successful business ventures, beginning with Revolution Live, a concert venue in Fort Lauderdale, which I'm sure none of our graduates have ever been to. Alongside his younger brother Jared, a member of the class of 2008, he went on to build what is now Damn Good Hospitality Group, a collection of businesses that have become staples across South Florida, including Backyard Fort Lauderdale, Warren Whiskey Bar, and many more. Throughout his success, Jeff has remained closely connected to Lynn University, consistently giving back to our community, and that has helped shape his journey. He regularly hires Lynn alumni who share his values and creativity and has maintained a strong commitment to the university, including hosting an event to support the endowment scholarship honoring his favorite professor, Ralph Norcio, a mentor whose influence and lasting impact on Jeff's life and career has been significant. And Dr. Norcio is retiring this year, so let's hear it for Dr. Norcio, who has shaped so many lives. Jeff, you exemplify what it means to lead with purpose, with generosity and gratitude, and we are immensely proud to recognize the legacy you continue to build, which is one defined by achievement and commitment to others. It is with great pride that we present the 2026 Gregory J. Malfitano Distinguished Alumni Award to Jeff John.
Ladies and gentlemen, Katrina Carter-Tellison, Vice President of Academic Affairs, and Michael Petrosky, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the award for excellence in teaching and dedication to students.
The Award for Excellence in Teaching and Dedication to Students is the highest honor bestowed upon a faculty member who transcends traditional instruction. It is recognized as an educator who demonstrates an unwavering commitment to student success, champions innovative pedagogical techniques, and creates a lasting impact that extends far beyond the confines of a classroom. Our recipient this year has spent the last 6 years at Lynn University enhancing the undergraduate experience by integrating real-time analysis of the Wall Street Journal into his curriculum. He ensures his students are not merely studying theory, but are actively engaging with the pulse of the global business world. His mastery of the flipped classroom model and his leadership in launching our new project management courses has provided our students with a competitive edge and a sophisticated professional skill set. In an era of rapid technological transformation, this professor has distinguished himself as a strong leader in integrating artificial intelligence into the curriculum. He has not only equipped his students with the AI competencies required for the modern job market, but has served as a vital resource for his peers. Beyond his technical experience, he is celebrated for his keeping the classroom extremely vibrant and for serving as a mentor to both students and his colleagues. His work fosters the very qualities, innovation, adaptability, and excellence that define our institution. It is my distinct honor to present the Award for Excellence in Teaching and Dedication to Students to Professor Gary Solomon. prescribed curriculum have been recommended by the faculty and Board of Trustees to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic achievement. We are pleased to present a candidate who have qualified and respect their degrees.
Donald E. and Helen O. Russ College of Education.
Marisol Yunuin Avalos. Natasha Nicole Babylon. Alejandra Buitrago. Desiree Michelle Carter. Paige Sandra Chardon. Lily Ray DeRoy. Zoe Faye Delaney. Kyra Lynn Douglas. Isabella Teresa Giuliani. Gabriela Guarino. Joseph Wynn Haynes. Hannah Grace Hebert. Justice Johnson. Deanna Lynn Jones. Dylan Matthew Klim. Fritz Lauriston. Ava Pearl Laveau. Gregory Lewis. Michaela Lewis. Emily Sky Maurer. Clark Rachel McElvin. Mia Sky Munafo. Daisy Annie Knackfor. Ariana Nicole Nazario. Elizabeth Louise O'Brien. Estefania Paredes Pinto. Heather Michelle Peterson. Candelaria Ponceliz. Taylor Regal Buto. Jakivia L. Roy. Alyssa Sanders. Ayana Angeli Serrano. Sage A. Sherbico. Tiffany Shearling. Ashley Michelle Shkolnick. Adela Smith. Amanda Michelle Soto. Alana Dominique Wallen. Janelle Elizabeth Wilkinson.
Burton D. Morgan College of Aeronautics.
Chase Albert Anderson. Kristen Jadira Chiara Barber. Toby May Broadway. Lindsay Nicole Byer. Everett Ryan Chapman. Yuan Constantin. Noah Dedash. Marissa Monet Davanzo. Kevon Taylor Day. Maxwell Elbaz. Alexander Germain Ferguson. Ryan Fleming. Matthew Goodspeed. Jerzy Adrian Grodzki II. Jack William Howard. Aliu Badu Jarju. Brian Justiniano. Shane John Lonergan. Gabrielle Matter. Mason David Morey. Sydney Grayson Pavlik. Matthew Anthony Priest. Rian Joe Reggie. Cesar Rodriguez. Jameson E. Seeger. Sophia Shamray. Gabrielle Jean Acker. Zakiria Shaya. Reese Alexander Treptow. Casey Villatoro. Nicholas William Walker.
Conservatory of Music.
Daniel Wayne Combs, Jr. Sarah Elizabeth Valentina Conley. John Leonard Cruz Cruz. Jose Ignacio Diaz Araya. Juan Diaz Quijano. Caroline Megan Dratnall. Juan José Fernández Villegas. Brooke Nicole Gunter. Jacob Lumboy. Joseph James Mull. Peter Powell. Julian David Ra. Amanda Lauren Reardon. Devin Salazar. Ethan Javier Sanchez. Maria Savalieva. Michael Paul Ships. Gabrielle Sienna. Manuela Wanumen Jimenez.
Eugene M. and Christine E. Lynn College of Communication and Design.
Rochelle Donil Alcott. Alejandra Elsa Andevert Seaman. Andrea Abigail Araque Rojas. John Philip Azar, Jr. Enzo Michael Baboni. Mark Hensel Baranski, Jr. Noah Barclay. Juliana Amalia Barioli. Ray Bartlett. Mariana Bontempo. Angelina M. Bowden. Soleil Mira Bradwell. Paula Beatriz Buitrago. Roberto Andres Carcamo Soler. Lillian Carrion Escatine. Panache Chesa. Jacque Collins. Ainsley Rotha Connors. Andrea Coronel Morales. Davide Cortimiglia. Kyle Mackenzie Crossman. Michaela Dakers. Erna Dana DeLise. Svetlana Domislovskaya. Dulce Joanna Durazzo. Portia Corrine Ellefson. Sophia Daniela Etienne. Jackson Flavin. Victor Hugo Flores Jr. Ismhara Natalia Gadea Munoz. Lucila Gajvironsky. Nicole Garzin Jamzon. Swanson Olander Gibson Jr. Lisbeth A. Gomez. Adriana Monique Gonzalez. Candice Sienna Gordon. Ava Marie Gravina. Dmitry Gribkov. James Peabody Griswold. Saurabhya Sanket. Lisette Guillen. Mike Anthony Guzman Luengas. Violette Juice. Jacob Hadid. Faten Hamadna. Jack Emilio Harper. Latimer Maxie Henry. Carly Etta Hochberg. Victoria Lee Holthausen. Jasmine Kassab. Lindsay Jane Kay. Tiffany D. Keller. Andrea Maria Kendi. Raymond Boston Kraft. Alexander G. Janos Muniz. Shayna Mangal. Simon Marshall. Maria Eugenia Mateus Machado de Minas. Logan Leonard Matone. John McNulty. Kimberly Regina Mignacchi. Paula Montero Rinaldi. Catriana Alyssa Morrissey. David Mwangi Morigi. Tobechi Akachukwu Seth Nwokedi. Emilia Olivieri Ramos. Luke Michael Panzo. Viday Bharat Patel. Samantha Paul. Maria Camila Pena Gomez. Ariella Pierre. Dina Rebecca Pequant. Dylan Robert Pirilis. Victoria Alexia Trevine Pitter. Maxwell Post. Marcin Radzicki. Christina Riedel. Carla Magali Rivera Medina. Blake Roberts. Jack Michael Thomas Ruffler. Veronica Romano. Alana Ann Rondinone. Hunter Rossi. Mariana Ruiz de Tizanos. Brooke Hayden Sage. Jesus Manuel Salguero Estela. Joseph Rosario Mollica Jr. Marco Scarpelli Jr. Miranda Kaylee Schlote. Nate Stanley Schulze. Samantha Serrano. Alina Shiludchenko. Megan Sly. Delaney Mae Smith. Eliana Isabel Soto. Jasmine Isabella Springer. Maja Alexandra Steischak. Gretchen Faith Steele. Trent D. Swatko. Daniel Tobon. Tyler Bryn Vance. Adriana Nabid Vezaga Garcia. Allison Page Wallace. Grace Elizabeth Worley. Jason Alexander Woods. Amber Nicole Woodstock. Michael Harry Yarvin. Kristen Younes.
College of Arts and Sciences.
Porig Lally. Maddie Abrahami. Lillian May Abraham. Ashley Annette Adams. Shayna Agami. Vanessa Andy Agbogan. Fallon Arentz. Sarah Grace Allen. Travis A. Allen. Vivica Inez Arocho. Ashley Sinai Atkins. Kayla Joanne Backenstow. Isabella Victoria Batista. Cole Davison Beck. Charles Benayoun. Rachel Elizabeth Bentinen. Zoe Elizabeth Bishop. Ariana Aldin Bono. Nicole Elizabeth Brandenburg. Paul Henri Braukmann. Isaac Jackson Budd. Lamaja Denise Burwell. Gialina Jane Canizio. Alexander C. Castro, Jr. Jade Chambly. Brianna Faith Charles. Smithani Soraya Charles. Edviana de Charlotte. Abigail Sereno. Hannah Joy Connors. Isabel Elizabeth Cox. Isabella Kress. Karina Devon Capelli. Sophia Dodger. Tamara Dawson. Ilsa de Soto Wheeler. Alyssa Marie Deppin. Emily Deschamps. Madeline Jane Leader. Christina Laura Dupan. Jack Cody Durkin. Calista Claire Elika. Emma Brooke Elliott. Sarah Michelle Emerson. Janelise Estrada. Natalie Marie Evans. Daniela Exama. Trisha Tyra Filimoy Hala. Brittany Nicole Finley. Annalie Kathleen Floriano. Ashanti Fong. Olivia Rose Fontaine. Terrell R. Ford. Alana Grace Francis. Sebastian Eduardo Frias Imbert. Saffron Brooke Fryer. Ms. Alexis Catalina Galindez. Matthew C. Gallos. Jackson D. Gardner. Sharika Gary. Tali Gaylor. Sophia Giacominakis. Chloe Pearl Rubinson Glazer. Ross Adam Glinkenhouse. Marina Ariana Goins. Abigail Elizabeth Melito. Kaylin Claire Diebold. Karina Gonzalez Urbina. Reagan Colleen Govert. Deborah Grant. Romy Hallaby. Daniel Towns Haley. Amaris Manuel Harrison. Brandon Harrison. Sawyer May Henrick. Emily Patricia Hink. Tatiana Howard. Elena Grace Howie. Colin Keene Hutchinson. Alessandra Rose Ivy. Joy Jeanside. Malik Jaquan Jenkins. Emily Elaine Johnson. Jade Jones. Tiana Rose Kamvasulis. Carissa Lynn Karpinski. Deborah Katz. Ashley Keaton. Anna Marielle Keefe. Roxanne King. Cassidy Michaela Knight. Marcus Korenkiewicz. Brooklyn Elise Kovacs. Lawrence Kulishevsky. Fernando Zaldivar. Wildeline Linnaeus. Sebastian V. Leslie. Joseph Stephen Lewis. Brandon Isaac Wing Sing Lee. Jordan Spencer Lindman. Gabriella Jade Lindsay. Becca Linza. Anthony Capone Lobo. Schneidine Louis Jock. Abigail Grace Lovelace. Caroline Grace Macchiarola. Jeffrey Mallory. Nicholas Robert Marfino III. Jacqueline Page Markovitz. Phineas Axton Martinez. Kevin Nomar Martinez Rodriguez. Karis Denise Mayhew. Cambrel Clarence Emmanuel McCoy. Loreni Mejia. Thomasina Miller. Rebecca Faith Mesidort. Alexandra Lilia Milkovich. Sarah Ann Miller. Frank Anthony Mirabella. Ranieri David Mondragon. Kimberly Melissa Montenegro. Christina Lynn Moore. Jordan Marie Morris. Angelina Francesca Muscatello. Brianna Alexi Miles. Nancy Gail Nicolosi. Valerie J. Nivella. Tinei Nyakuyedzwa Jr. Ava Louise O'Neill. Lillian Lee O'Neill. Rafaela Yumi Oliveira Oda. Solaris Ortiz Acevedo. Victoria O. Osaji. Aurora Michelle Oxidine. Tanya Nicole Pak. João Pacheco. Jose Ignacio Pages. Elizabeth Ruth Pakula. Carlton Fitzgerald Park. Emily Diana Pintilli. Dave Pitts. Jennifer Allison Polsky. Ruby Claire Porfido. Brooke Kathleen Powell. Bryce Pratt. Kanan William Ramirez. Ellie Marie Ray. Kiana Ree Osorio. Ryan Jason Richard. Chloe Noel Riley. Nicholas Anthony Rivera. Jody Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez Delgado. Brooklyn Nicole Rolfe. Natalie A. Rowland. Tawana Salomon. Amaya Yvette Sanders. Nicholas Vincent Santorelli. Alexandria Madonna Schembeck. Malika Maxie Schneider. Savannah Shepley. Amira P. Shiraj. Aya Shukair. John Smith, Jr. Lauren Mary Smullen. Julia Nicole Sorensen. Cassandra Soriano. Kevin Manuel Sosa. Krista Marie Spicuzza. Michelle L. Suliveres. Laura Jane Swartzen-Druber. Kimberly Tavares. Elizabeth Rena Thomas. Giselle Miranda Thomas. Shayla Thomas. Simona Angeli Tallis. Tori Ray Tripp. Valerie Valenti. Andrea Valle Garza. Manuela Claudino Varison. Mahalia Venord. Tiffany Wagner. Lily Walker. Raven Walker. Indigo Jolie Warrenfelts. Emily Ann Weems. Max Julius Werner. Ivy Westfall. Sierra Williams. Maribel Williams. Patricia Caroline Williams. Jesse David Wolf. Alexis Jade Zellers. Boipelo Incateco Zinyana. Andrea Emily Zlohaver.
College of Business and Management.
Jamil Salimo Labouf Abdullah. Nicholas James Adams. Stephanie Adamson. Danielle Alessandro Aguilar. Juan Esteban Aguirre. Abigail Elizabeth Ahern. Oganis Akopian. Joel Alexander. Emilio Aliaga Larios. Renzo Matthias Almeida. Jacob Alprin Smith. Caitlin Denise Andrews. Michael Antonio Apicella. Marichi Aria. Brooke Alexandra Alth. Gabriela Maria Azucena Gonzalez. Kylie Lynn Azanaro. Lawson Malia Boehner. Logan Barright. John Paul Barron. Luke M. Bender. Sean Murphy Benjamin. Roshana Sasha K. Bennett. Solomon Peter Bennett. Carlos Alberto Verdugo Flores. Rebecca Leah Berger. Chloe Sophia Bernstein. Maria Jose Biendicho Mota. Blake Henry Berger. Svein Bowie Bergeson. Alec Michael Wayne Black. Brianna Thalia Black. Dylan Jeffrey Blake. Latasha Blake Banton. Jonah Block. Brooke Logan Bond. Ariana Sofia Bonet Remedios. Casey Steele. Jonathan Britz. Zachary Theodore Broyce. Jackson Brooking. Emma Brunelli. Nicholas Bruskargan. Joseph Aaron Borakov. Kaylin Vincent Burgess. Carlo Andres Burgos Chavez. Jackson Oliver Butterworth. Ava R. Byrne. Callista Margaret Callie. Nicholas Anthony Caleri. Sebastian Andres Camacho. Michelle Taylor Canarosi. Oscar Bloor. Christian Bailey Carden. Isabella Carvalho Rogondino. Christian Casuli. Jana Casarino. Sebastian Castro Garcia. Sophia Nicole Catalano. Chase Anthony Cavalier. Christopher Joseph Cronis. Christopher Rafi Sivan. Carly Madison Colasanti. Sebastian Contreras. Aiden King Cooks. Logan Perry Correa. Grismely Cruz Jimenez. Julio César Cuellar. Tomás Cuesta Garza. Jillian Marie Cunningham. AJ DeLuise. Bianca Serapilia da Silva. Francisco Dasum Kojaya. Ingrid Maria Elizabeth Davalos. Nicholas Edward Alexander DeVere. Anthony DeGasperis. Lazara del Cristo. Isabella Gale DeLisa. Matthew DePinto. Angela D. Palo. Franco Luca Di Paolo.
Matthew Diduck.
Salma Nelly Jubri. Gloria Catalina Doblado Gomez. Kylie Jean Dodson. Tobia Donadon. Ashley Michelle Donatelli. Jackson Ryan Dowdy. Stephanie Ann Duncan. Kwak An Duong. Ryan Durkin. Van Harrison Dvorchak. Mark Eman. Giovanni Diony Espinal. Aranza Espinosa Valencia. Ethan Avery Estep. Thomas Arlington Edison Evans Jr. Tristan Falsetto. Eduardo Farina, Sr. Sofia Favela. Keenan Joseph First. Christian Fire School. Naomi Asunta Fisco. Carl Antonio Fletcher. Nicholas Damian Flowers. Henry Martin Flug. Nicolas Nunzio Fontana. Olivia Grace Fox. Eufer A. Franco. Katrina Francois. David Frederick. Samantha Erin Freed. Jacob Tyler Friedman. Kate Morissette. Benjamin Funes. Yasmina Gajieva. Nicole Galvez. Adriana Galvez Toro. Amber Pitsuti Gamache. Ulises Garcia. Brian Jose Garcia Rodriguez. Milena Garcia Ruiz. Diego Gaspar de Gos. Leah Marie Geisbusch. Shane Matthew Geiserman. Aisha Gibson. Rodrigo Armando Hiron Handel. Brett Glasshofer. Nicholas Paul Goldwasser. Juan Antonio Gomez Aranz. Ariel Gonzalez Arceo. Tatum Blaine Gordon. Maurice Grabowski. Alyssa Sahara Grant Tangwell. Kilexia Graves. Griffin Alexander Griga. D'Angelo Guevara, Silvana Guido, Legier Gustinville, Ronnie Eduardo Gutierrez, Alexander Charles Haddad, Seamus McBrien Hannon, Danica Joy Hargett, Mohak Sanjay Harlalka, Eduardo Andres Hasbun Saka Sr., Corey A. Hayden, Max Hazard, Carmichael Herman, Jack Clifford Herman, Alicia Margaret Hinrichsen, Spencer Cole Hobbs, Eduardo Horvilleur, Angelia Jalen Huggins, Isabella Alexa Indenbaum, Braden Emil Yulee, Antoine Justin Jacks, Ashton Jacobs, Christine James, Walisha Jean, Susie Jean Baptiste, Sophia Elizabeth Jamat, Andrew Christopher Johnson, Rebecca Christina Lowe Johnson, Lucas Hatcher Jolicoeur, Bernardo Jones Blanco, Alan James Jorge, Danae Ari Joseph, Kyle James Giuliano, Ruslan Manuel Junco, Oybek Jurabayev, Baran R. Karpuska, Andreas George Katehis, Noah Katan, Vladislav Christolyubov, Nathaniel Rand King, Ariana Marie Kinsley, Barrett E. Klaprod. Hunter Allen Klosterman. Ashley Kunji. Alexandra Camille Cranert Sullivan. Joseph Norman Krieg. Ava Elaine Kirka. Keone Cameron Labella. Jennifer Lamont. David Miles LaRiviere. Dylan Joseph Lazarus. Robert LeBrun. Tristan Alexander Leonard. Mario Christian Leone. Lauren Elizabeth Levy. Ethan Jonathan Winglock Lee. Logan Roman Lindley. Eitan Ezekiel Liverant. Tyler Jeffrey Lombardo. Valeria Alejandra Lopez. Yanking Liu. Philip Lukashevich. Gina Maria Major. Taylor Jane Macris. Larissa Mance. Anton Mond. Joseph Anthony Menino. Brian Umberto Merrier. Lily Brianna Marshall. Aaron Marta. Justin Andrew Martin. Miguel Jose Manta Colaviza. Ariana Mayo. Jack Dalton McKay. Kevin Eduardo McKay Pacheco. Randy Anna Medeiros. Paul Herman Melser. Cole Meller. María Ximena Mencos Vallecillos. Kayleaf Marie Merchant. John Joseph Myers, Daniel J. Miranda Duarte, Athena Joki Mitskaris, Trinity Madison McCadlow, Frank Mondrone III, Stefano Sebastian Montano Baez, Jaime Vasco Monteiro, Francine Alejandra Montes Morales, Elena Moreno Gomez, Denis Anesu Moses, Oliver Julian Mourier, Omela Mudogo, Maximilian John Muller, Marissa Nicole Mundo, Dean Thomas Mickelbust, Mohammed Ndiaye, Carlise Jessica Niern, Lola G. Navarro, Hannah Rhea Nevada, João Pedro de Assis Negral, Emanuela Basilme Nerelus, Jordan Newman, Natalie Wynn, Rhiannon Julicia Noel, John Christopher Norcross, Brooke Oktanley, Aline Kwiatkowski Olegario, Tristan Posada, Augustus Olivieri Ramos, Camila Maria Orantia Han, José Alberto Ortega Rodriguez, David Carlos Ortiz, Connor George Owen, Roberto Ortiz, Tolga Asrin Ozdemir, Eric Luciano Pacheco Jarquin, Alyssa Marie Polito, Michelle Janet Macaluso Palma, Abigail Lydia Patch, Eliana Leah Pavlushkin, Mateo Pena, Angel Luis Perez, Aiden Max Perlmutter, Carson Elijah Perry, Shiva Melissa Persad Kusal, Christina Patricia, Miles Todd Patry, Immacula Pintro, Danielle Shapiro, Madison Marie Perino Novello, Megan Ray Ponce, Nikolina Popovic, Antonio Jean Pawanda, Natalia Pozobarco, Avi Bond Price, Michael Wells Prince, Abigail Prince, Sandhya Veshini Pundit, Nusrat Rahman, Emmanuel Ramos, Laura Sofia Ramos Colon, Mia Elizabeth Rappaport, Pierce Lawrence Reed, Samuel Del Valle Reño Salem, Jacob Allen Reich, Anthony Jacob Ribeiro, Jermaine Richards, Eugene Joseph Writings Jr., Julia Stephanie Rios Verdun, Andres Isaias Rivera, Christian Joel Rivera Roldan, Nicholas Antonio Cisneros Rison, Isabella Rosa Rodriguez, Cristina Irene Romano, Jalen Lamar Rose, Enzo Santos Rossi, Olga Marie Russos, Natalia Ashley Ann Russell. Artem Rizenkin. Divine Ashanti St. Louis. Anella Samantha Sam. James Samarelli, Jr. Catherine Jo Sammy. Esther Valentina Sanchez Aponte. Joshua P. Sandler. Samia Basak Sandovaj. Michael Anthony Centaro, Jr. Haley Marie Santiago. Alexander Saviskas. Calvin Lee Syed. Ariana Pia Scalia. Massimo Alfredo Cesare Schmid. Michael Stephen Sciarretta. Kayla Renee Seifert. Meyer Shalom. Samuel Wolcott Full James Sheffield. Shane Peter Shepard. Michelle Shkolnikov. Vishwa Shukla. Eduardo Cecilia Mateo. Romulo Silva. Jaden J. C. Simpson. Peter James Simpson. Sujin Singh. Alicia Scalazub. Elise Ann Smith. Cameron Jordan Spilla. Aaron Andrew Springer. Talia Ann Stacy. Matthew Robert Stamp. Alexander Mark Stein. Emma Sage Steinweiss. Michael Tyler Storino. Luke Holt Svensson. Olivia Grace Svensson. Elizaveta Svitova. Nina C. Sklaney. Amaya Sharice Taylor. Samuel Hardy Taylor Jr. Jose Mariano Tejada Castillo. Sebastián Tejero Gutierrez. Abigail Rose Tain. Heather Rose Titus. Isabella Renee Torres. Janessa Marie Torres. Jean Michael Torreya. Tanner Tripp. Diana Umerova. Jake Anthony Vanella. Juan Carlos Vázquez Valderas. Amaya Jasmina Vega. Camilla Vera Barbieri. Sarah Marie Vergara. Xavier Veshy Williams. Austin Vick. Anna Maria Virciviti. Casey Vigliarolo. Natasha Vukadanovich. Maria Vishkina. Thomas Hill Wagenberg. Caitlin Margaret Ward. Chanel Warner. Scott Wayner. Jacob Benjamin Weiss. Gregory Ross Wellington. Luke David Wells. Matthew William Allen Westbrook. Max Alexander Westreich. Nancy Jane White. Eli Whitehead. Alexander Wilkinson. Nicole Asmeen Sturdivant. Sarah Lynn Williams. Dr. David G. Wolf. Nishan Kyle Wright. Angelo Terrence Wynn. Amit Yarlagada. Austin Zemecki. Kaylee Nicole Zazali. Connor Matthew Zombro. Madison Jamie Zweibel. Audifax Bayuringiro. Raynette Berry. Jacob James Mondek. Charles Alexander DeVito.
Michael Patrick Ryan. Hunter Edwin Olenek. Dominic Anthony Garzone. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn University President Dr. Kevin M. Ross.
Now, before we get to the official part, I can feel it up here. There's a lot of pent-up energy with this class. Let's hear it from them and for them. Let's go. I think you do better than that. The degrees in course will now be conferred. Will the candidates for the undergraduate, master's, and doctorate degrees from Lynn University please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Lynn University, I do hereby confer upon you the degrees in course to which you are entitled, together with all the rights, titles, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now move your tassels to the left side of your caps. Congratulations to the class of 2026. On behalf of the entire university, it is my honor to officially welcome you into our Alumni Association. You have carried the Lynn name with pride, and now as you go out into the world, know you will always be part of our family and always have a home at Lynn.
Will everyone please rise for the benediction offered by Dr. Chris Voperl. After the benediction, we ask that you participate in one last Lynn tradition, led by President Dr. Kevin M. Ross. The platform party and all the professors will form a recessional line on both sides of the center aisles, giving you a chance to say goodbye and your professors one last time to say congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder to please remain.
Okay, almost there, folks. Almighty and supernal God, thank you for your gracious presence during this graduation ceremony. May the joy and excitement of this shared celebration be a lasting memory and an entree into a bright and successful future. May all present today be open to your guidance and wisdom as they develop their gifts and travel their path into a life well lived. May the members of the class of 2026 be the recipients of your continued blessings as they prepare to impact the well-being of society. I now leave you with the Gaelic blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Amen. And congratulations. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder to please remain at your seats until the platform party and faculty have formed the recessional line along the middle aisle until you receive instructions from ushers. And now we ask that everyone join the class of 2026 in singing the alma mater. The words are printed in your program. And congratulations, Lynn University graduates.